Are you tired of dealing with all the teenage drama as a parent? Can you not handle the seemingly endless disrespect, moody attitude, and laziness that tends to come with the teenage years? Well, there's no way to stop a teenager from being a teenager, but there are things you can do to help you get through the teenage years without chucking it all and moving to a deserted island. Hi, I'm Robert Schramm, a behavior analyst, education specialist, author, and dad. And I'm also the developer of the 7 Steps to Instructional Motivation. Each week, I provide you with helpful information based on the Just 7 Steps approach. So if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please take a second and do it now. I'm sure you'll be glad that you did. My oldest is now a teenager, and boy, has she gotten moody. Do you find yourself getting fed up with dealing with all the teenage drama as a parent? Well, you're not alone. Did you know that parenting is at its most challenging and least enjoyable in the first few years and again in the teenage years? This is based on a study of parenting happiness. So if you're stressed and tired and just fed up dealing with the teenage drama, I've got some tips for you and some advice to go with it. First thing to remember when dealing with teenage drama as a parent is this: it's not personal, it's hormones. Teenage brains are not fully developed and their hormones are through the roof. There's nothing a teenager does or says that is truly more than their immediate reaction to the moment based on a developing ego and the confidence that comes from not truly really knowing anything. They go to school all day where they're given information that makes them feel smart. They hang with their friends all day who think and behave the way that they do. They're building their independence and their moods are changing, less like the tides and more like the sea in a hurricane. Your amazing, loving child might suddenly stop saying hi when they enter the room. They might even stop responding to you when you say hi. They will be infinitely embarrassed by anything they fear their friends might see as weird or unusual, which usually includes just about everything a parent might say or do. They want what they want with immense passion, and all of these things make it very difficult for them to take your perspective or anyone else's perspective into account. It's just part of the process when dealing with the teenage drama that you have to remind yourself over and over, none of it is personal and none of it is permanent. Like they say, this too shall pass. A second thing to remember when dealing with teenage drama as a parent is this: you can't win an argument with a teenager. Oh, you'll find yourself in arguments and you'll be right much of the time, but it won't ultimately matter. A teenage mind is always right with absolute unwavering confidence, and as soon as it's proven wrong by any doubt, it responds by no longer caring. The goal of the argument for the teen is not to be right, but to keep you arguing. And rather than getting upset and insisting on proving them wrong, understand that they're still learning how to think critically. They're engaging in hundreds of mostly inconsequential opportunities to practice problem solving, holding their ground, standing up for what they believe in, and managing taking in new information that may go against their previously conceived ideas. And these are all skills that they're going to need to have as adults. And you're meant to be a safe space for them to learn these things with, no matter how frustrating it might be while going through it. The third thing to remember when dealing with teenage drama as a parent is this: your teenagers need space, but there will be times that they really need you. And you need to give them their space, but find a way to show them that you will always be there. Don't be offended that you're not their number one priority. They are experiencing deep friendships and even romantic relationships for the very first time. These are exciting times, but also anxiety-inducing times. Trying to micromanage your kids through those areas of self-discovery will often just put you at odds and cause you to not be able to be there for them when they really do need you. When you are truly needed, your teens will come to you and they will confide in you and ask you for your help. Constantly offering them help and advice when they don't want it only makes them less likely to come to you when they need you the most. The final thing I want to share with you today about dealing with teenage drama as a parent is this: don't try too hard to not be embarrassing. Lean into it. Try to find a way to be okay with it. That doesn't mean to begin to purposefully be embarrassing or to try to get even with them and their attitude by embarrassing them in front of their friends. Because as silly as it may seem to your adult brain, this embarrassment is a real thing that they experience deeply and they truly can't help. Just know that it's inevitable and you might as well learn how to enjoy the experience. Like every other phase your children have gone through, it will be behind you before you know it. And there will actually be things about this time you will miss. So try to see your child for who they are now and accept that you can't truly be cool in the eyes of a 15-year-old, no matter how cool you actually are. In fact, if you're really going to be seen as cool by a 15-year-old, you're probably not that cool or effective as an adult. So remind yourself that this is just part of the process of growing up. And as your child gets older and more mature, they will begin to see just truly how cool and special you are. The only thing you can do to ruin that eventual understanding is by not accepting and appreciating how special they are as they work through the challenges of developing their own personality independent of yours and learn to become their own people. So if you liked what I shared in this video, please consider signing up for my Just 7 Steps free parenting workshop called How to Get Your Kids to Listen Without Raising Your Voice or Nagging. It's free for you. And if you sign up right now at just7steps.com/workshop, you'll be able to get that whenever you're ready. That's just the word just, the number 7 and the word steps.com with a /. So if you're just plain tired of dealing with the teenage drama as a parent, there really are just a few things you need to remember to get through if you want to go through with your sanity intact. First, it's not personal. It's just not. Second, don't try to win every argument. Just know that they're learning from the discussions you have. Third, be willing to give them the space they need at this time in their lives so that you can always be there for them when they really do need you. And finally, don't be bothered by the fact that the kid who used to idolize you now finds you a bit embarrassing. That's a healthy part of life and growth for them. In the early teenage years, it's all about learning how to fit in. And when they get a bit older, it'll be all about learning how to stand out. And that is when they will finally start to be able to appreciate just what a cool and wonderful parent you've been. So come learn more about how to get your kids to listen without raising your voice or nagging for free at our website now. That's just7steps.com/workshop. You'll be very happy you did. And by the way, if you like this video blog, I would love it if you would leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share the video with others who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one. If you take a second to subscribe, I will be seeing you here next week.